It has felt like quite a big month for us multi-tool fans. We got the Leatherman Wave Alpha coming out a couple weeks ago, and now we've got the Victorinox Synergy and a couple other new tools from Victorinox, the maker of one of the most well-known makers of Swiss Army knife tools. So let's take a quick look. There's a few things I absolutely love about this new lineup. There's a few things I don't love so much, and I think a lot of you guys are in the same boat. And we'll kind of break it down and see what y'all think in the comments below. So first of all, you can see this is kind of an Alox frame, aluminum scale, anodized, I believe. Here's an older blue one I have. This is a new blue that I haven't seen. Really nice color. You can see it's got a bit of a brushed section along with that waffle grippy section. Very nice finishing on this, in my opinion. Although you can also see a bit of a divisive choice here. We've got these open slots. Maybe if I pull some of the tools open, you can see right through those slots on the sides of the tool. That is something that a lot of people are not super happy with. Maybe a spot for lint to catch and things like that. Although I suppose by that logic, perhaps it's easier to clean. Time will tell. This one's pretty much brand new and out of the box. On the back side, you're going to see that pocket clip. Not the greatest retention, pretty light duty pocket clip here, but as far as keeping that at the top of your pocket, that's going to be perfectly fine. Might not prevent it from popping out as well. Let me check it real quick. Yeah, very light retention on that pocket clip. I haven't put it in my pocket yet, so had to do that live on camera. But that's the outside of the knife. There's actually two kind of additions on the inside. Let's start with that main blade. This is a 93 millimeter size knife. So you're going to have the same size blade that you have on any of your Alox 93 millimeter Victorinox knives, but you'll notice that blade is not closing because we do have a liner lock inside, just like you might expect on some of your larger Victorinox knives. This is, I think, a Forester, and you've got that liner lock. That is a big plus for some users. However, it is one of those reverse liner locks that Victorinox likes to use. So as a right-handed user, I would normally be used to pressing down and then kicking the blade open. On this, you have to kick the liner lock out the opposite way, and then that blade will close. Kind of keeps it a two-handed operation. In some jurisdictions, that may be preferred. However, it doesn't give you the kind of snappy, quick-to-use action that you'd be used to on some more quote-unquote modern folding knives. Now, that's not what people expect from Victorinox, so this is a step in that direction without going all of the way. On the other side here, we've got a little file, nail cleaner, etc., as opposed to the all that you'll see on some other Alox models. Let's pull that all out so you can see that. That's on a lot of these 93 millimeter models. In the front, we've got our classic bottle opener, half stop at 90 degrees, sticks open at 180. No liner lock or anything like that, but real nice snappy action on that. I think that's a tried and true tool. Pardon my text message tone. I'll try and mute that. And then on the other side, we've got something that we've seen in the Victorinox companion models, I believe. This is a bit of a package opening tool. You can see, if I can find one quickly, how this compares to, oh my goodness, a standard can opener on a 91 millimeter model. You can see that this is made from a similar blank, should have the same screwdriver tip on the front end, but a little bit of a serration with a little plain edge section there to dive into boxes and cut them open. Haven't tested it out. I do expect it would work just fine for cutting through tape and things like that, which is most of what I'm using my knives for, but time will tell if that cuts through cardboard and thicker materials as well. So that's That's the Victorinox Synergy. It's also available in, I believe it's the Synergy X with a pair of Victorinox scissors in there. Those are excellent scissors, so a lot of people will like that. And then I believe there's a single bladed version. I'll try and find links to each of those and put them down below, all on the same platform, but just different tool sets included. So if you just want that knife, you can get that, or you can get it with the scissors added on to this Victorinox Synergy. That is the quickest overview, or not the quickest, but that is an overview that I think will cover most of people's questions on this tool. A couple things I really like. I like the scale finish and textures. I think that's a really nice look. I like the partial waffle finish compared to, Celador. I'm obviously a big fan of my blue Forester. No, what is this? My blue. I don't remember the name of this model. I need to keep a tag on it. But my blue Halox Victorinox 93 millimeter. I love the color on this one. It's a very dark, almost looks black, but it has definitely got some blue tones in it. What I don't love is those cutouts. I think they could have just kept that brush texture across there. Would have looked just fine. Would love to see a stronger pocket clip on here. That's unfortunate that it's not going to have the retention that you need from, that you'd expect from a lot of everyday carry knives. I don't mind the reverse liner lock here. I think it will still provide that, ease of mind that that blade's not going to close up on you, but I definitely would prefer the standard the non-reversed liner lock like this has. I would prefer something more like you see on, here's a Leatherman Wave, where you can press down that liner lock, close the blade one-handed very easily. That is not quite the case here on the new Victorinox lineup. Although it's nice to see that moving into the 93 millimeter models. Previously, you would have to get one of the 111 millimeter models to have that liner lock at all. And again, that's the same way with that reverse. One thing I'd love to see while we've got this larger knife out, I don't see why it wouldn't be possible to add a thumb hole, deployment hole. I think that could be interesting. It seems like Victorinox might be moving in that direction, or at least testing the waters. So I like this as a sign of things to come as they continue to open up their design choices to a more modern audience. I like the old models, of course, but I like seeing that foray into new ideas, also evidenced on that package opener, which, again, we've seen before, but it's on a very limited line of tools, so it's nice to see that on the 93 millimeter models and in this Halox finish. So I think that's all of my takes on this. Would love to know your guys' thoughts. I have not had a chance to test this out much, so if you've used it and can tell me about whether you're getting buildup in the scales, things like that, but wanted to give a quick overview while this is fresh. I'll put links down below, and feel free to let me know your thoughts down below as well. We'll catch you in the next video.